Blacksuit and Megon with two other teams. Pretty typical here at Lazy Lake, especially for our first semifinals games, as people start to feel out what is going to happen today.
Yep, and the center buildings where everything starts to drop down fast. Control is gained, and so are eliminations. A big one onto Symmetry right there. Teammate comes through, Bilo gets bucked down, and it's Megon and Blacksuit that start off the game with 2 elims.
Exactly what you expect from these guys, and also exactly what you expect from a semifinals, a relatively unknown team.
Breakdown potential coming through from Megon, but it doesn't connect. Trident will be there the second time to connect everything. It's now connected to their builds as well. This is not the same fight we saw before. Now it has a little bit more of verticality involved. So Megon with a big shot right there, knocking off Trident's shields. Blacksuit's already on the wall with a creative shockwave. Megon now pressuring from below. The fight breaks down into 2 separate ones, and now an isolated one for Blacksuit on Eclipse.
Yeah, he gets stuck by himself, but Eclipse and Trident have to go right down and avoid the fight for the time being with Blacksuit on the height. Megon goes far away, but still the damage that they inflicted gives them time to at least breathe. Now on top of this building comes the hunting phase, comes the listening phase. Where are these players? Are they healing? Do they have much more in store? Because for Megon and Blacksuit, they actually fought really early in a 50-50 situation.
Popping one tack from a heavy AR. It's not going to be the end of the world right now, but once again, those tables get readjusted to have Trident all the way up top in the Hunter's position. Megon, though, is trying to answer back with this AR. It's not going too well. Charge in hand as well. No utility. He gets dropped down even more. And once again, Blacksuit's caught off by himself. This time, it's a quick drop down and a nice tack shot to confirm that elimination. Megon is trying after the fact to roll around the left side, but it's not enough. They move too fast, and they catch a quick trip back to the lobby because of it. Illusion El Nino is already caught off guard, or deals on the forefront of this. Noah Riley working off the pressure he's creating now. An instant 90-degree pinch on the Soman on the walls once again. 4 shots coming through, and he's down. Looked like the deal was just kind of dancing in that box. And another quick flick tack attack onto Illusion.
That was a self-RPG on the other side. The pressure that these guys can put on in a moment's notice will make even the best of players.
It'll be a steep climb up to the castle.
Oh,
and they won't even have to actually latch onto the walls. It's shockwave straight up for height once again. All the walls are in. Jorge, no Jorge, he goes down fast. And past that, where's Noah Riley's Elam? He's escaped, he's gone. He wants nothing to do with the fight at all.
This is starting to look like, but you're right, now time to look forward. Who is it going to be taking the top spot in this? Is there anybody else who even has a series of Elams yet? There's one for Codex. And they get the snipe for Surge if that does come into play just next in the 5th zone or potentially the 7th. Looking for an opportunity. There looks to be some people trying to sand tunnel, but it's going to be a tunnel towards the box of John. On the other side, there it is. Krusty gets him. A cone 2, and the shot will be picked up by Relvis to knock him down.
Right now from Krusty and Relvis, we saw them get one cheeky team fight down towards the very start of this game. They waited behind the wall to pick up a quick elimination, another one as well. The big question I had for them is, can they perform past that, past the cheese in true fashion, going up against another duo on walls?
I did see Eclipse up in this lobby. I also see Advise from Team Wave Esports. I see Gyanza, who's been a dominating force in a lot of these past Dreamhack competitions. There we go, Relvis and Krusty do finish up that Elam. That's 4 now for them, probably the max on the lobby. Elsewhere.
Very good plays, but they're avoiding a lot of those big fights. They're avoiding a lot of those lanes that are problematic, and you're gonna be forced to face those down once these zones start to get low. This team can't react fast, there'll be trouble. There are another duo already on their box. A quick elimination there from Relvis. He has to meet up with Krusty once he moves forward. Very good isolated frag on that individual, and now he moves past the entire server, holding a huge bridge, what it looks like, in the middle of the desert. Eclipse and Trident will be one of those guys in the air with Codex.
Codex trying to ride his way towards the free placement. So far, he's gotten 2. He'll land on another player who's in the sand. No shots being able to take down there. Craze and Straith are the ones on height, but down below, Relvis and Krusty have been absolutely getting so many eliminations. They've had a streak so far, and now they're starting in the end game to look for more. One potential impact there, missed, and they'll go forward in through Salty Towers. There's a Spicy Fish popped, and they go straight forward towards the front side of zone, but so do so many more. Codex is literally riding the free sand towards the end. He'll jump out to try to get an impact, and he does get it, and that's a lot of mats to do what he needs to do.
So much free time for low ground duels as 3 different Rift Fish were popped. To get so many other people into the air, that'll be trouble for Crazy up top and Straight. Hopefully they can hold on, but Codex has found a higher mid-ground position. He's found time to pop a 50 pot as well, but he needs that siphon to have that HP, which is so crucial to survive that zone damage.
Well, right as that impact came in, so many players were landing on that front side of zone. So layering up here is perfect because all of everybody else who's used the bounce pad, who's used the shockwave, who are landing from rifts, are landing down there on low ground. So every time it becomes more and more congested, now trying to save his mats. Only building on wood, he'll have to relayer again to get away from height, which will be the next threat. One player in the box. Oh, he edits him down. Another one, that's Eclipse from Lazy Lake who goes down. Codex is clutching up big time. He's gotten 10 points and making another Elam too. He's gonna try to go for this impact, but no, another team is down below and he gets away.
He got his feet wet with a few mats, but not the entire total package. So he'll have a little bit more distance to travel and stay safe at the same time. Relish up top another. Edit down the mastermind with the plays. 2 shots to get the impact. Shockwaves now in the inventory and an upgrade gold loadout. But oh, there's a shotgun finally back in. Is he going towards another duel's box? He's looking for it. No, he shockwaves into a rift. Him and Fusion, the only 2 people alive sky high.
It's a big combo, and he is literally riding this all the way towards the placement. I said it was just the one Rift Fish that he was going to use, but no, it's more. He gets 3 impacts in a row to clutch up as a solo against the rest of the lobby. Down below, though, the fight is still ongoing. Nate and Advise are involved. Advise goes down, Nate now left alone. Ender as well. Recon in this too. So many still big players, and now Codex is in the line of fire, and he's done for. He's done for, but a top 10 is perfect as a solo clutch in this very first game.
That more action drops down, and Zeus is in trouble. Yos is there for some damage. Zerlane also trying to control high grounds. Link's still alive with Zeus, so there is one duo. Josie has clutched up from Salty Towers in the 4th zone all the way towards the 8th by himself. 1 solo left on the low ground layer. A big shockwave actually separating 1 duo apart. Fragmented Lynx takes some huge damage, down to just half HP. Yossi and Zerlane, though, aren't doing much on height. They're waiting for the rest of the zone to fight out, to deal damage, to go down. Scurry picks up 1 pick. Zeus gets a siphon, but it's not enough. Yos is finally active. Zerlane, the drop down's coming fast, and there it is. A perfect wrap-up. Every time we've seen this guys historically, the biggest issues have been off-spawn fights, but the biggest strength at the same time is this early game aggression we see from Kiriachi. Futric on his backside right now, looking to follow the shots. He's chasing down the Ziptos. He has no chance. That's a quick wrap-up.
And that is very clean from both Futric and Kiriachi. They land.
Now the drop down comes in. Futric on low HP, taking off shields. The trays of Zaibu, though. On the backside, Kiriachi's in with a big beam. And now Jules and Zeku are in trouble. The shockwave might be able to save him, but a nice floor blocks it off by Futric. Now in the same box, a 50-50. Futric wins it by dropping down. Jules is all the way on low, isolated. Big siphon's there. The fight's basically over. It's just a matter of a spray and time.
Going to the grand finals for Kiriachi and Futric for what they look like right now. Very, very on pace. 111 points, 4th place. At the beginning of this game, they're going to try to go forward and Dreda here with iDrop against iDrop, actually. We called them out as teammates at the beginning. But things have changed drastically, and Dreda takes him out first. And then the Colossal Coliseum is absolutely brutal for iDrop and Snappy. Like I said when I saw the bus, just looking at the names is always the best way to immediately gain a sense of what this lobby is. That fight between Anas and Verox and Mexi does happen. There's Benji again with a quick snipe. Mr. Savage is right on Mason's wall already. The speed at which they've just engaged onto Hunter's Haven makes them look like the Hunters. In this case, Mason is trying to find some space. He does get a mini off. Snipe to do damage to the wall. Unbelievable what you see from Benji. And he will get the floor, now pressuring on both sides. Can they have the speed of finishing this fight that Badil and Noah Riley did? Because that's important. Here they are, they get the wall. Benji goes down, but not in the direction that Mason went. Mr. Savage is still following it up, but at least they've gotten the damage, and he's in the box. He's in the box. He's actually swinging his pickaxe. There's a shockwave away, but they track him perfectly.
Anyone bleeding out while it all happens. Mason popped a few shields. It's not going to be enough, I think. Big shot, nice bop, and there's still stakes on all these games, right? Like, big moments for Anas. He's currently in the top 50. Every elim keeps him
to them, but of course, slightly behind with the amount of elims that Benji and Mr. Savage got, but they want revenge. But this time, they have to actually face off against Tayson and Thomas HD first in this one.
The first filter was just a little bit of movement and off-spawn eliminations against teams you were not familiar with. Afterwards, it's about fighting legends immediately. In the early mornings of just game 2 and 3, Stena and Ray had already took out Tayson. Thomas HD is going to be way separated from the revive or any potential to play off the pressure of the body. Finding each other from the same box as well. Good times to slow down and heal. Top Snow on the wall. He's acting like he's has a teammate or maybe two with the amount of aggression he's throwing down right now. Stena, though, is in control. Took a few shots to the face, but had the ultimate knockout.
Okay, so they're up there with the big dogs. So close this fight. Mr. Savage did get chunked down significantly. And now Benji trying to keep up the pressure so Savage can get some heals off, but no! The stair flip and the fight flips. Just like that, Savage, though, will finish up the work that Benji did as he got very, very high up in terms of HP and came flying in to defend and save Benji. You can see the HP. He has one tack shot away from giving up not only his life, but a siphon too. And waiting.
Awesome squeeze also coming in on that top 50 line. Looking for the next shot here. Gets one on the SD, that Dragon's Breath shotgun always active. But Zerlane, Jorge Q, Animal, bunch of contenders here, and so far, Nas and XPs do not have their test finished just yet. Zerlane being knocked out immediately. Time ticking on the revive. They have to find it fast.
Yeah. That snipe was so close to finishing off X-Squeeze. So close. Zerlane and Yost also so close to finishing off that fight, but it does not go well for them. They get the third party, yes, but not the high placement that we wanted to see continue for them. Because we haven't yet seen them in the grand finals, but that game 1 performance was still very, very nice to watch. Wakey will fall to some lobby focus, and now we head in towards the end game. There is a reboot van, of course, that possibility very slim. I wonder where the bright side here is, perfectly centered over Holly Hedges. Which hedge? Is it the northwest, south, or east? And where is those big threats? Where is Mr. Savage and Benji? Steno in that first one. Nice pick from Andretta. Always got to look on the backside, not the bright side, for picks like this. Steno will actually dive in on Flois and Andretta. He's going to pick up Animal. Minzo's trying to pre-fire, but there's not even anything there. You can't. There's spawn protection. Here we go. No shots. There's a shockwave forward. Animal's on the box now, and they all get punished. Newell is down. Animal left with only a pistol and 100 builds that are probably already gone, and Minzo does end up coming up with the pressure. But don't forget, that's only 150 match. Just Siphon picked up here. But he does catch the zone again. Holly Hedges seems to be favoring.
Towards the next zone, and Jordan and Flois are done having conversations. They want to fight. It wasn't on the Wakey. I wasn't sure it was on the other side of that box, but they find each other again. A little bit of a cost to that. Zeus actually was the one going down. Another team we saw in that last game performed very, very well. Benji Savage now in the air. Oh my goodness. It looks like literally legends are only allowed to fly in the zone right now.
X-Squeeze, Anas, Mr. Savage, Benji, Kiriachi, Putrid, the list goes on. The riffs are perfect for them. The fishing was good. Meanwhile, Andretta and Flois, other legends, are literally box to box and fighting with every single player. It looks like Flois is down, Andretta trying to clutch once again. Meanwhile, the fight for height actually looks like Stena and crew ended up going through. Andretta does pick it up. He does get it, but not in time to save Flois. It's Jams who ends up coming up on the Rift lottery of high ground in the end.
Camo and Packy were the ones, or Camo was the one, and these guys were trying to go for height. It was not possible. It was a mess inside the zone, making me a mess as well. Jams and Void will be there towards the top. Jorge and Hosey's still alive right now. Josie took a huge shot on the back. While coming towards the bottom, another Rift Fish makes everyone go straight towards the skies. Cammy is still alive. Knifer right above him. Jams and Void still hold high ground.
Yeah, and down on the low, it's a big split for Benji and Savage right now. Only 29 builds for Benji to work for. And Mr. Savage did get the shockwaves forward. They might want to opt to split those, but it looks like they're going to go for an impact first onto Wakey. Somebody who definitely has the perseverance to get away from these two, but they are sneaky. They can get your walls. Still down below. They're looking up even further. Wakey looks gone. He's out of here. It's Void and Jam still. There's a pickup for Mr. Savage. They're still ARing. It looks very, very low HP on the other side. Might be another one, too.
Height is so high right now, and they're only focused on really just rebuilding themselves, not really dropping down too much pressure. So that funnel effect is starting for Benji and Savage on low ground. 5 eliminations already so far. Everyone now is even dropping lower. And Dreda still alive on the front side of zone, could find some crucial eliminations. Trick though, somewhere in that mid with Kuriachi looking very healthy. Another pickup from Savage down on low ground. Benji though has sacrificed that full shield effect he had before. Now only at a max of 50. 11 different duos fighting in this endgame.
Definitely now overtaking that first place spot at the time of this game. Benji will go in on Vendretta. Mr. Savage, former duo partner of Vendretta 2, does get him down. And they get the impact from that. Still not splitting those shockwaves, but thankfully with that Elim, Benji does go back up in terms of HP, as he wasn't looking healthy earlier. Now a top 10. Can they improve on last game's top 4 for them? Savage trades a lot, but Benji's there to help. Now up to 8 Elims. 8 Elims, and they're still going. Kuriachi's still up in this game too, but Putrid goes down, and As. Oh, he's very close. Kuriachi right underneath him, but a Slurpfish pop! Oh, that was so close to the timing. Benji does pick it up though, and now up to 9 for these two.
Usually you would find treasure down in the earth, but they've inverted everything, and now loot is falling from above them. From the skies, they have to dig upwards through these builds and get these eliminations. Savage, though, is down. All up to Benji on low, but there's a bunch of solos. Get me one of them right below. Benji won't actually land those shots. Senna going down on height. 3 different teams alive, 1 duo. The rest all solos.
Harpoon picked up too. That could do quick work on somebody with very low mats. Shaykaz. It's gonna be the 1v1 that Benji has to take before. Although he doesn't even want this. He wants this player above him to stay alive as long as possible so he could end up engaging on the duo, but he'll force him down. Yes, that's perfect timing from Benji Fishy. 5 shockwaves, 2. He's gonna go soaring, and height is now his. But Jam's still very close by. He's gonna harpoon in the box. No. Void almost down to zone, and he does fall. Benji now going down below, but it's not enough. Jams is there through the wall with 0 builds.
Have 242 points out of the 2 games they've played. Getting 2nd place and then 4th place is incredible. I can't even imagine what the remaining 8 games are going to be like. Giannis and Reason are going to be in 2nd place. Or I'm sorry, Tayson and Thomas jump up. And this team right here has 2 victory royales already. We're not even at the halfway mark right now.